That's Cyndi Lauper getting us started today. Listen to this. She says money changes everything. Are you changing with your money? There are a lot of situations people get into by mistake that can cause major financial problems down the road. Curt Whipple is here from C. Curtis Financial Group in Plymouth, and we're talking about some of the mistakes people make. First mistake is not updating. Tell me about that.
Updating is very critical. Many times people think of updating their will, but they never think of updating their beneficiaries on their life insurance or their IRAs, things of that nature.
Until it's too late, of course, and then the rest of the family finds out about it, and it can be a real mess. We're going to lay out a couple of scenarios here that have actually happened to people, things that have occurred that you don't want to happen to you or your family. First of all, a young person starts a job. They get employer-paid life insurance. Maybe they put their friend or their girlfriend down there as a beneficiary. That could be a disaster right then, but it also can be later in life.
It can be, and that disaster right there, a good example is the person later breaks up with that girlfriend, goes on and marries somebody else, raises a family, suddenly passes away, but the girlfriend gets the company-paid life insurance because they failed to ever change the beneficiary on the policy.
Yet this does happen a lot.
Happens all the time. All the time.
All right, here's another one that has happened. Man with a wife and 3 children dies. The wife changes the will, listing the children, but then there's a big IRA. Only the firstborn is the beneficiary. What happens there?
Well, what happens there is when the person started their IRA account, they only had 1 child. And then what happened was they had 2 children later on, but failed to add the other 2 children as contingent beneficiaries. So later, when the mother and the father both passed away, the younger 2 children did not get any of the proceeds from the IRA. It all went to the oldest sibling because they never added the other 2 children.
We're talking about an IRA is a lot different than just leaving money, bequesting money to somebody, because that is by law directed to the people who are on that document.
That's correct. It avoids a will. It absolutely bypasses the will. And many people think if I have my will updated, I'm all set. But then all of a sudden they find out that the will doesn't control the beneficiary designations in their
So
contracts.
think about your documents like that, insurance policies, and think about your other documents that you may have, like in that case there, an IRA, and think when was the last time you updated them. Let's do one more for you.
Sure.
We have a couple that buys life insurance, so they have protection for their children if they both die. Well, that's a great thing to do, and a lot of families do it. The kids are young, so they name the brother as the beneficiary. Now, if they both die, the kids may not get anything.
That's absolutely correct, because the brother is a beneficiary. He has full right to do with that money whatever he sees fit. Now, at the time, the children were preschoolers and the parents wanted to cover their college education, but the kids made it all the way through college before the parents died. So since they were adults, the brother just ended up keeping the money.
Wow, so here are the situations that you should be thinking about, especially now toward the end of the year.
Right.
Think back, what has happened this year? Was there a birth? Was there a death? Was there a marriage? Special needs too.
Oh, special needs children is a very major one to make sure. If you have more than 1 child and one happens to be a special needs child, you want to make sure that you're doing proper planning for them, and that many times will involve an attorney.
All right, and a financial planner as well.
And a great financial planner.
You know any?
I think I do, yes.
We thank Curt Whipple for being with us, C. Curtis Financial in Plymouth, and sharing real stories that have happened to people that we don't want to happen to you. Once again, more information on this topic and a link to his site on our site, myfoxdetroit.com. You'll find it on the Money Monday page, BGS. Standing by, and it's loaded with people. Let's get to it.